Hey bestie, I'm Kenya and welcome to my channel. I'm so grateful that you're joining in for some planning time with me today. So in this video, I will be sharing what I write in my planner this week, and I thought it would be fun to share some of my tips and my process with you guys, just in case you're curious or want to learn what to write in your planner. So if you want to see it all come together, you already know. Stay tuned. Okay, bestie, so here's my planner spread for the week. And I was going for just a very, subtle spread, with a little pop of color, but just very subdued. And so I pulled out Wild Style and Florals. I love the Wild Style sticker book, you guys. And pulling it back out just reminded me how much I love it. I also have these pens here are my tools. So I pulled the Crayola Super Tip in this green color. It was the closest one. And then I also pulled this gray Pilot G2 and the black one, both in 0.7. And then I have this Muji pen in 0.38 to do some outlining of my lettering. So that's what I'll be using outside of like my traditional tools. Like I might have to pull out a X-Acto knife at some point, but this is just what I'll be starting off with. So you guys, I absolutely love this spread, but I did think that it would look really nice with some added green. So that's why I pulled this Crayola Super Tip out. And like I said, it's the closest color that I have to the green on the page. So it's a little off, but it wasn't too bad for me to, feel like it was going to bother me. So here's a tip that I always like to do when I want to add just a little bit more color to my spread. I take the Crayola Super Tip and I just typically print out what I want it to say. And so for this box, I plan to use these in black boxes only. And I'm going to start out by writing out all of my meetings first. And first, I have a leaders meeting on Monday that, I try my best to always put on my planner because it's one of the bigger meetings in our week. So I want to put that. And then sometimes, you guys, when I go outside the line, I don't feel it all the way in when I outline it, I try to go back in. So that's why you see those darker marks. Okay, so I'm going to just hand letter in meeting. Well, not hand letter, y'all. It's my regular script. And I have that at 9:30. Then I'm going to go down here and I have another meeting on, well, it's not a meeting, but it's an event on Thursday. And I'm just going to write that in and put that in this priority box. And so all you do here is literally take the smaller pen, and I like using this Muji 0.38 to actually outline with because it just makes it easier. It doesn't do any bleeding or anything, and it's very precise because it is a smaller pen, smaller point. So I really like that. I'm just going to put down what I got going on, and then it's at 6 o'clock. So I'm going to put the time there. And then I was trying to think, do I want to put something in that important spot? I don't think I'm going to put green there. Just per se, I just write in there. But in this other box here in this corner, I'm going to make a list because the following week I have a wedding to attend and I am a bridesmaid in the wedding. So I pretty much have a list of things I need to make sure that I'm prepping so I'm fully prepared for it. And it is a destination wedding, so I want to make sure that I don't forget anything. You guys know how that is. If you guys have been in weddings before, then you know that even though you might not be the one that's actually having the wedding, if you're a part of the wedding, you still have things that you need to get done. So that's what I'm going to put here in this little corner because it kind of helped me do some prepping on the week before I actually travel to the event. Okay, and then of course here I got church on Sunday, and y'all, I typically don't forget church, but I mean that was the box that I put there, so I'm telling myself don't forget church. Okay. Sometimes when I'm planning, you guys, I just use whatever works, and I mean it still flows, but I mean, I typically don't forget it, but I like to write it in my planner anyway because it's what I typically have going on a Sunday most of the time. But I do particularly like to write in my serving times because I do serve on a team at my church, and I would like to make sure that I'm aware of what I've signed up for the week. Okay, and then here I do have another priority box, and I thought this was very important. It is a priority because I have to pick up my dress like either Friday or Saturday, and so this box works perfectly because it's kind of in between those 2 days. So alteration shop is not open until Wednesday, and I fly out Wednesday of the next week, so I have to pick it up Friday or Saturday, and hopefully she's done with it, which they called me and said that they were. So I just need to remind myself to make sure I go by and get that. I don't think I'll forget it, but I have to put it down anyway, because once it's down in ink, you guys, that means it's getting done. Okay, so now that I kind of got all my green things down, I'm pretty much done with that part, and all I did, like I said, was just outlined it, and it just adds a little pop. So now I'm gonna go in and write in that I have another, like it's like my Bible study on Wednesdays, and that's at 6:30. So I'm going to put that in that box. And then I'm going to see what else I probably need to fill in. I do have these smaller boxes in this larger big box, but I'm going to preserve those until I get to those particular days. And you guys, just a tip for you all, if you don't know, like if you're like me and you kind of like, you prefer a brain dump list sometimes, I will sit down and I will just brain dump out everything I need to do, and then I can assign it to the days that I want to put it on. So here I'm going to write in some of my office schedule of things that I know I need to get done this week. Some office work I need to get done, so I'm going to schedule in me some times on this planner. I do put this on my work planner too, but I'm going to put it on this planner because that's a priority for me. Like, if that stuff does not get done, then, you know, business can suffer. I ain't gonna say suffer, but it can, like, you know, I don't like to put it off, is what I'm saying. Then I also have like a Zoom meeting on Saturday, so I'm going to put that down in that box. Now, I did use this gray pen, and it kind of blends in a little bit. I can see it. It doesn't really pop like the black, but I still like the contrast that it gives to the spread. So I like to do little fun things like that throughout my spread. The key point for that, for me personally, is to make it interesting, you guys, to make it interesting to look at. So that's why I like to switch up my lettering, write in different fonts and things like that, because it just makes me want to look at it and makes me want to come back to it. And therefore, when I'm doing that, it's like a mind trick or a psychology, you know, tip. You know, you will look at it, so therefore you won't forget it. Okay, so I filled in this other big box because I know on Tuesday I will probably need to do some content creation, so I can be ahead of the game, prayerfully, because I know I'll be out of town all next week. So I really want to, you know, have some things just in my, you know, in my arsenal to be able to put out while I'm out of town, if I do get the chance to do so. I'm kind of giving myself, like, you know, a little grace period there, because I want to enjoy the moment too, because it's one of my best friends is getting married, you guys, and it's such a big deal for me, just to be able to celebrate them. So I'm excited. Okay, so here is where I like, once I have like all of my big things filled in, you guys, I like to go in and just go by the day and plan out my day. So I used to do this every morning and every night, and to an extent I still kind of do that because I do look at my planner multiple times throughout the day. But what I've learned about myself in this season of life, and side note, you guys, your planning style, it's okay to change it depending on the season of your life. Okay, that's a word for somebody. I don't know who that's for. That was for me, actually, because I had to tell myself that, y'all. Like, it's okay to switch up your style and your routine. So I like to fill out my planner in full for the most part, that, you know, for what I know, you know, in one session, like typically after I plan it out, because, you know, that way it frees me up throughout the week to not have to, like, think about it, I guess you could say. And then when I go back, I've started to use daily sheets to actually plan out my particular day, like if I need to add anything, and compile the list and stuff. So, because when life gets hectic, that just has been working better for me. So I just went in and put in some to-dos that I know I need to get done on Monday. And now what I'm doing, I'm working on Tuesday, and I'm trying to find something like a box or something that would fit. Initially, I thought maybe a green box or one of those. It's a bone color in this spread, you guys. It's very faint. I don't know if you can pick it up on camera, but here's a better idea. I pulled out my Colorful Boxes sticker book. And in this Colorful Boxes book, it actually has this bone color, and it's the same color as that circle. And I was so glad to be able to find that so I can pull some of those later. But I felt like that would be I needed more of a contrast on Tuesday. So here's what I like to do. I like to make sure my after the pen is popping. Like, I want it to look pretty. And one of the things that I love about, you know, my After the Pen style is I like to use icons and add in other boxes too, you guys. Even though I put the basis and the foundation of my planner spread in the before the pen, I still like to go in and add in other things that can kind of just make the spread come to life. So that's what I'm doing here. I decided to use one of these. It's not really a true black, but it's giving black. It's more of a faded black. So I just decided to pull that. I'm going to go into my mom's sticker book and I'm going to pull a laundry sticker because I decided to do content creation on Tuesday. Typically I multitask, and while I'm doing my content creation and everything, I will, or planning or whatever I need to get done for it, I will do like laundry or have something going. Like, I tend to do those at the same time so I can multitask and kind of knock two birds out with one stone, or one time slot, I guess you could say. I also like during my content creation time period is to edit. I like to get some social media work done, answer any emails that I've received, and just like something I've really got to get better at, you guys, and that's carving out time to answer my DMs and my messages, because I slack in that area, but I'm working on it. So I try to carve out a day where I can work from home, and that's business wise, because like this actual planner doesn't hold any of my business to-dos, but I like to like have one day where I can like specifically stay at home and get this type of stuff done. Sometimes I do go out though when I need to do content creation. I like to film some of my reels outside or some of my content outside, just because I don't know, it switches things up for me. So I like that. So, you know, if you're a content creator, create what you enjoy too. So that way you won't burn out from it. So I also will run errands on this day as well. So I just kind of fill up this day with, you know, getting all the other things that I got going on in life, you know, trying to get those things done. Okay, so here I'm looking for a sticker, and y'all, I particularly love the Planner Basics, Essential Planning books, the mom books. I'm not a mom, but the mom books have a lot of the essential things in it, and I like to find things that are in the same color palette as my planner spread, because it just looks cohesive to me. Unless it's a colorful one. I love the colorful spreads too, because I can use anything to make it work. But here I'm looking for something that says pizza night, because normally when I have like a busier day like this and I try to cook something that's easier to cook, or that I can put on while I'm multitasking and doing all the things, or I like to order out. And me and the hubs, we're gonna have pizza this night, so I'm gonna put pizza night here, and then I'll just leave that little empty space for something. I wanted to find like a pizza like icon, and I may be able to find that elsewhere, because I believe there are some books with some black and white ones. I just gotta search my stash to see where those are. Okay, so now on to Wednesday. I have a bill that I need to pay, and then I have this other section here, and typically on Wednesdays I like to, if I do go into the office, I like to come in a little bit early and do some chores. And one of my biggest things is to put on like some music, and like I've learned to set a timer too when I'm trying to get tasks done in a timely fashion. And so that's what I'll do. So that's what I'm gonna put over there to this section here. But I went in and wrote in a couple of to-dos that I need to do. And so I have some things for my house church that we need to get done. Like, we always eat together, you guys. So as being a leader over that, one of my responsibilities is to make sure that's, you know, taken care of. Everybody knows what we're having, or if they need to bring something, what to bring, and things like that. So like I said, I love these books. So I pulled out one of those bone colored boxes, and I'm gonna just make it kind of like a little label, and I'm gonna put chores on the inside of it. I got this out of the mom book, and it's the mom mini book, by the way. And I'm going to just make me a little list of all the areas that I need to. I don't write out the specific chores, like, you know, sweeping, mopping, and those things. I have another list for that, but I like to write out the areas that I need to clean. Now, mind you, I do have a time slot for this on Wednesday, but I also have time slots for this throughout the other days too. So I'll just compile this list instead of like breaking it down. Sometimes I break it down in my planner, but most of the time I just make one big section for it, and I can check it off throughout the week as I get them done. So that's what I'll do here. And I just wrote out the main sections in the house that I know I need to make sure I continue to clean constantly, because that's where we always are. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in and try to find me something else, because I want to like make a little notation of something else I want to remember. And I was trying to go through, and I thought, well, let me go back in this Wild Style book, because there were some little like labels and things that I could pull there. And so I find this one that says get it done. So I'm gonna put it down here at the bottom, and I'm just gonna write out my little task. And so y'all, like, as you can see, the spread is like literally filling out. It's coming together, and I'm really loving it. Like I said, I love to use like, you know, icons and things like that. So that really just helps me, you know, make the spread pop. It makes me want to look at it. Okay, so I wrote that task down because I do need to contact my alterations lady prior to my dress fitting, just to, you know, make sure things are done. And I also wanted to go in and put like a little icon for cleaning. So I found this little bucket, and this is out of the house, I believe it's household sticker book. And so I thought that was nice. Okay, so now that I got that, Thursday is just a long task list. So I like to do my beauty routine on Thursday, so I'm gonna write that in. And I also like to I got some things I need to do for my class reunion that I need to put out to our committee. I need to clean my makeup brushes. Don't forget to clean y'all makeup brushes, y'all. If y'all wear makeup, like, seriously, don't forget to clean your makeup brushes. And I need to clean my craft space, because typically after I've had multiple planning sessions, okay, after I've created content, which part of my content is planning, you guys, it can be a mess. So I like to make sure I put like some tasks where I can set a timer there and, you know, tidy that space up too. I need to look into some parking at the airport, and I need to call my friend. Okay, so on Friday, here's where the week gets a little bit I like to be a little freer here in my planner, and not be too strenuous with what I put in. I'm still going to put in the things that I know I got going on, but I'm going to leave myself some free space too, because sometimes the weekends change. There are things that I, you know, don't know I'm doing yet. So especially at this point, if I have not sat down with my husband to figure out, you know, what's the plans for the weekend, because sometimes some of our friends will text him and be like, y'all, let's do this or whatever, and then he might want to do something. I don't know. You guys know how it is. So as y'all can see, I love this book. Now, this is the Planner Basics Mini, and I have like ran through this book, you guys. It is like tore all up into sheets and stuff. I still try to keep it compiled together. I love it though, and I still use it. I actually have another one, like a backup. Now this is the classic version, and I don't use it actually as much as I use the mini. I think because I like the smaller stickers to be able to fit in all these tiny spaces I got on my horizontal, which is why I can fit so much on my planner. Okay, so I found this green sticker that says later, so I'm gonna pull it and actually put it in on the page. That'll give me some more color. So I'm just going to pop that there. Okay, so now that I got that, trying to see what else in this book I can find. I really want to use more of that food though. You know, like, now, you guys, I do have a meal planner. If I did not have all these other planners, it would be so much more needed on this spread, like what I'm cooking, what we eating, and stuff like that. Sometimes I put that on the page, and sometimes I don't. Like, it just depends on my mood. Like, I put pizza night on Tuesday, but didn't put any other food for the week. But I promise you guys, I eat. It's just, I do have a meal planner. If you've seen some of those videos on my page, then you know what I'm talking about. But I do have that. So, okay, so here I know for a fact that I probably need to film some videos, because what I realized is, even though when I do my content creation situation, that's normally like reels and like batch filming and stuff like that, I try to carve out sometime 2 hours, but my filming takes more than that. So depending on what I got going on throughout the week or whatever, I try to find some time to also sit in a filming session and an editing session, you guys. And this just fits in where it fits in. Sometimes I can get it done in the content creation hour, but I like to find me another time slot where I can do that. Also on this Friday, I gotta, like, you know, condense down what I plan to do for the bachelorette night. Just some of the ladies and I want to get together with the bride and just kind of, you know, encourage her, and right before the wedding and stuff. But that's kind of up in the air. It just kind of depends, because it's supposed to rain. And so we're just trying to figure out, well, I'm trying to figure out what I can present with to the ladies of what we should do. And so I got some ideas, but it's just, you know, just depends on what everyone wants to participate in. Okay, so here I also decided to make date night Friday versus Tuesday this week. So me and because I just really kind of didn't have time otherwise in the rest of the week. And another thing I didn't say, I know I told you guys about my brain dump list, but I do have my other calendars out too. Now, my work calendar is not the same. It's not as decorative as this one. It's very straightforward. So it's pretty easy to kind of like determine what all I got going on and stuff and what's busy. So yeah, Friday is just gonna be better for both him and I. So we're gonna do something on Friday, and I left a little blank spot to notate what we do and or how we like decide to spend that time. So that's what I'm gonna do. I went in and found this Bone Loan sticker, and I like to add this into my planner spread too, bestie. Sometimes I wanted to mark out a space where I could put like a little treat for myself. Now, first, before I get into that, in this longer sticker, something that I like to do with these, you can make these a checklist. You can also make them kind of be like a bigger, like a regular box sticker. And that's kind of what I'm doing here. I'm kind of combining both of those ideas, and I put the film more in the Friday part. Then on Saturday we have an alumni day, and I registered for it, so the hubs and I know we will be attending that. And everything is in preparation for football season, so we're excited. We're big football fans, you guys. Fun fact about me, I absolutely love sports and I love football. And so I'm gonna try to find me a sticker that I can put there as well. But before I do that, let me get back to my treat myself sticker. And I'm gonna put this little, like, it's like a little tea, I guess you could say, which is what I always get at Starbucks, y'all. Like, I love my green tea matcha. Oh, I love it. Okay, I love it. I like other drinks too. Comment below your favorite drink to get from Starbucks, or just any of your favorite coffee shops. I would love to hear that and learn that about you. But I want to make a Starbucks run just to treat myself and everything. So I'm going to put that on Saturday because we'll be on campus, and so we'll be really close to the bigger Starbucks in my city. Okay, so now I'm going to go through. I'm looking through this mom book. Like I said, there's a lot of gems in this one. And I was like, oh, I could have used this date night sticker and put it up here instead of that later. But I was like, oh, it's okay. It's fine. Now I know. I have to remember that these stickers are in here. And I have not used this mom mini as much as I probably should have. But I really like it. So, yeah. That's the thing. Okay, so now I'm trying to think, what else can I put on Saturday in these other sections? And I may, like I said, leave them blank. I'm not sure. I did want to find like a sticker of some sort though to add in, you know, to notate that that's like a football event. But we'll see what I find. So I'm just going to move on to Sunday for now. I'm going to write out my to-do list for that. And on Sundays, I like to pre-plan and do what I'm doing now in this video. Planning out the week. And I also like to do my weekly prep, and that details like, you know, picking out any clothes that I need for any events that I have, making sure that I have the clothes. They don't need to be sent to the cleaners or anything like that, y'all. Just the stuff I like to, the other part of planning that we do, you know, prepping, any meal preps that I want to do for the week. I like to do that on Sundays, and I like to water my plants on Sundays. And y'all, I have to show y'all my plants one day, but one of my babies, I got to bring her back to life. It's my aloe vera plant. I just feel like I haven't done something right with her. Okay, so here is the mom sticker. I don't know why I told y'all that. Y'all probably didn't even want to hear that, but I found this, back to the planning thing. I found this mom sticker, this practice game sticker, because that's what it is. We'll be watching a practice game as the alumni and just like, you know, be there in support of the football team and encourage them. So I'm going through and trying to see. I wanted a payday sticker because that's Friday, because I get paid from some of my affiliate things on Friday. So I don't put my business stuff on here on this planner, but I like to keep up with my, you know, content creator business stuff on this calendar. I say calendar, y'all, planner. I like to make sure I remember, like, okay, check those accounts so you can transfer money if you need to. And I'm just flipping through trying to find me something that makes sense, that's the right color of green and not like that lime green color. And y'all, I don't feel like these payday stickers will work either. So I remember though, in the household sticker book, there was like some money signs in the black and white, and so I was like, where are they? Let me find them. Here they are. And I'll just use one of these and I'll just pop it in a corner and I'll know what it means. So I'm just gonna put that there. Let me straighten it up a little bit though. This is where tweezers come in handy. I mean, I know some people think they're pointless, but I prefer my tweezers because, I mean, they really help me align my stickers. They help my, you know, my mind when it comes to that. Okay, so here's where I thought, let me add that football sticker in, because I do have some, and this is the sports book, and this honestly is the real reason why I bought this book, because of football and basketball and when I attend the sporting events. So I thought maybe I could put it up there in that little empty space, but I don't feel like I need it there. Like, I don't know, it's not working. It's not working, and I don't want to sacrifice the practice game because it is that green color. It's not the right green, but it blends and it doesn't bother me. So that's what we got. Okay, so now that I'm looking at it, I'm looking at the spread and I'm trying to think. Okay, I got some empty space, got plenty of space in my notes section. Let me go in though and write in my waiting list things I need to remember, because I can fill that out. And so I put packing list. I need to make sure I write out everything I need to pack so I don't forget anything. I need to confirm my appointments for my hair, my nails, and all that stuff, and make sure they don't forget me, because that can happen sometimes when people overbook and stuff, because this is very important. And then I also need to change my hotel information, because we decided to, you know, take off a day and do an Airbnb. Okay, so I had one more thing to write, and I'll just write it on Sunday, and that's to pick out my husband's suit and outfit and stuff for the wedding and all the stuff that he needs. So I got that to pick that up. So I do have this empty space down here, which is great because without fail, you guys, something comes up, I need to add something, and I know to always check my notes section because it's kind of like an extension of my other days. And I do have plenty of space on Saturday to write in whatever else we do. And if I don't have anything, you guys, something I've learned is to just add a quote sticker, add some more decorative stickers, and it'll look fine. Or you could just leave it blank. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this video, bestie. I hope you have enjoyed it, and let me know if you like these type of videos. I would love to hear from you. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and as always, thank you for being so sweet and so kind. Until next time, I love you. Bye.